Hello everyone, it's Janette here from Enthusiastic Gardener. I've been so excited to get outside today and I'm so pleased. It's a beautiful day because I feel like I have 2 more garden videos left for this year, and this one is going to be clearing out anything that's dead or flopping or perennials, cutting it all back. Love doing that. And also winterizing the fountains. I'm not going to tackle the leaves today because I want it clear as possible before we do the leaves. I think that would be easier. I have my cup of caramel coffee. Last weekend I came out Sunday morning. I didn't film it or anything, but I planted every single spring bulb which I showed you last week. They're all in and I'm delighted. So actually Richard captured a little video just to prove that I did it.
This is Janette doing what she likes doing most.
What?
That's gardening.
I can't hear you, what are you saying?
I said this is Janette doing what she loves doing most. And
No,
that's gardening.
because I'm planting bulbs. I hate planting bulbs.
She hates planting bulbs apparently.
No. But actually, it's going well.
And that's it. I've just made a cup of coffee.
Thank you. I also planted these little Picea glauca daisies white, which you may remember were in my pot over there. They were in little plant pots for a couple of weeks. Now they're safely in the ground. So they're done. I also planted my beautyberry right over there by the Trachycarpus. It grows very big actually. It's a Calicarpa Imperial Pearl, beautiful purple berries which Edie gave me. Thank you, Edie. So I've planted that. That does grow big, so I'm going to have to keep that in check. I think it can grow up to about 2 meters tall, but I will keep it in check, and if it gets too big then I will think of a plan B. So today I'm going to cut back everything such as this salvia, such as those crocosmia, anything that is going to die in a frost. We haven't actually had a frost yet, although today it's 0 degrees Celsius, which I understand in Fahrenheit that's something like 32 degrees, so it's very cold. I have my 2 little helpers today, although I don't know how long they're going to last out here, especially Lucy, who prefers the warmth and the cold. Come and say hello, because people don't see you very much. She's wriggling already. She'll probably end up going inside. So we're going to cut back everything that is a perennial that very shortly, when we do have a frost, will die back to the ground anyway. And I know some people say they like to leave all their things up for winter interest and for any little things to hibernate in, but me, I'm afraid I like it clear, I like it tidy, I want it gone. I'm ready for my rest, my winter rest. I'm so ready for my winter rest. So let's get on and do it. It really is cold. I'm going to do this as quick as I can because I am determined and enthusiastic that this job is going to get done today. And now that my bulbs are planted, there's nothing to worry about me taking these plants out and not remembering where they are. And that was the reason that I wanted to plant the bulbs before this job. This is a lily which is still looking pretty, so I'm going to leave that. That probably will go in the next frost. I'll leave it for the moment because I can easily, once it's all mushy and awful, can rip that out. I'm just going to work my way around the circle, and this Nandina, this is Evergreen, so that can stay. This is my Picea pungens super blue seedling, that's Evergreen, that can stay. So we're just going to move round this way. So that is the Crocosmia. What's next? All these are euonymus. They are evergreen, so they will stay. This is a fern, and this one will die back. But it's still looking nice. If they're looking nice, they can stay until they die back naturally. Carex, that will stay. That's an evergreen. All those ferns are evergreens. The Bronneras, my beloved Bronneras, they will die back, but at the moment they are looking nice, so they can stay for the moment. The Fatsia, that's an evergreen, that will stay. We've lost all the leaves now on the Cercis canadensis. And then we have the Picea pungens hoopsii, that's evergreen. Next to it in the other red pot is a lemon cypress, which is evergreen. This little grass thing at the front, that's an evergreen. Still have roses. This is a lovely Pyrrhus, and this stays evergreen. This is the 9-bark, that will just lose its leaves, and you don't prune 9-bark, so we're just leaving that alone. So the heucheras down here, they will stay evergreen, all those heucheras. We might get leaves at the bottom of them, which need to be just taken off old leaves. We would probably deal with that in the spring. This is a Chamaecyparis, and apart from some leaves going brown, this is Dahlia, and as you know, Dahlias do not probably last, so I'm pulling that out, and I'm not going to keep it, I'm not going to try and store it or anything. It's just, that's it for the Dahlias. Here we go, Dahlias are no more. They can all go. Don't want to lose my secateurs. Now that's all gone. This is an Acer Little Princess. That will just lose its leaves. We don't need to do anything with that, but it does it all itself. The Lamium, although it's covered in leaves, still looking good. To be honest, I don't know if that will die back or not. I'm not sure, but I'm leaving that for the moment. Then we have Hydrangea. And I know you'll probably shout at me, but I'm going to take these off. This is a Catina smokebush, young lady. That will lose its leaves, but we don't need to do anything else with that. My Perennial Red Robin, this is evergreen. This stays, we don't need to do anything at all with the Perennial Red Robin. Here we have the Tuscan Totem Pole Cypress. This is evergreen. This can stay exactly as it is, as well as this very beautiful Chamaecyparis. That stays. This rose, that will lose its leaves, so that can just do its own thing. Don't need any help for that. This heuchera, that's evergreen, and this is a hydrangea, can be left, that will lose its leaves. This is an Ilex crenata, little cloud pruned, which is very cute. That is an evergreen, so that can stay. These grasses are Carex, these are evergreen, they will just stay. This is an Alberta spruce, that can stay. Moving on next, we are at the Sedum Neon Joy. A lot of people would leave this up. I'm not going to. I'm going to pull it out. down at the base. These are little seedlings that have just reseeded themselves. They're called Cerinth purpurissum, but nothing's going to happen with them now. I'm going to take out these, which are little begonias. They can go. This here is an echinacea that can go back to the ground. These are osteospermums. Now these can overwinter. In fact, I've only planted them this year, so I'm going to keep these here, see how they do. Just cut off all these old spent flowers. This is quite a prominent spot. I might actually take out this one because it's leaning over a bit, and get rid of that one. This is an Cerinth, which I didn't plant. It's just appeared. So maybe a squirrel buried that or something. So that's that. This is my lovely Aeromophila, which I planted this spring, and I have my fingers firmly crossed for this one. This is the other Sedum Neon Joy, and this is going to come out as well. And then finally we're back round this side again. This is a hardy geranium, still looks okay to me, but that will die back. Another dusty miller, and this beautiful little lemon cypress. So as we look around the edges, the olive tree, that's okay. The Formium is okay, the Fatsia is okay, the two Ilex Stokes, they're okay to stay. We have the Pinus van der Wolf's Pyramid next to a yew. This Sedum, that can go. Gone. And then finally the Chinese plumbago, that can stay. All the heucheras can stay. The lavender, that can stay. More heucheras, obviously the Trachycarpus. The euonymus green spire in the pot. The ivy will be fine. Oh yes, the little, what's that called? Stokecia. Stokecia can be cut to the ground. almost it really. That's a Euonymus, and then we have the Nandina. We have the Mahonia above. That's an evergreen. In fact, look at these gorgeous flowers. That is a winter flowering delight. That's going to be bright yellow. Very pretty Mahonias if you want some winter interest. Now with the roses, you can leave your roses and prune them in the spring. It looks so straggly. So I'm just going to cut mine just above a bud, a leaf node bud. Just to tidy it up a bit. And then in the spring, probably give it a better prune. That will do for the moment. So everything is cut back that needs to be cut back. Ready for the winter. Let's just trim this because that's a bit annoying, isn't it? Over in Woodland Courtyard, nothing much needs to be done over here. They're all ferns. This is a poppy made from the DT students at school. They made them all from the remembrance service that we had recently, and then they sold them all off to raise money for the Royal British Legion. So I bought one of those. The Fatsia, that's evergreen. The walnut tree's already lost its leaves. More Fatsia. The ferns, they should be fine. The heucheras, they should be fine. And all this little bit here should all be fine. So we're getting ready for the winter. I just need to put all my garden stakes away. I like it. I like it looking like this. I think there is a season for everything. The last things I want to do is to empty and clean fountains. I have this fountain here and I have that one over there. And I might grab Richard to help me. So, for the emptying of the fountain, we need this young man who's had a very happy birthday this week, haven't you, Richard?
Yes, I did, yes.
Would you like to share how old you were?
No.
Okay. Okay.
It begins with a 6.
Yeah.
And it ends in a 3.
That's it. Good enough clue. So we just need to empty out the fountain, because I did suggest putting the fountain away, didn't I?
You did.
But you said it will be all right.
Yeah, once the water's out, that'll be fine.
And it's okay to leave the
Pumping.
pumpkin.
That's that. So, we've got to get the water out.
Yeah, somebody did say that they take their pond pumps in. I did mention to Richard, should we do that in case the pump freezes? He said that if there's no water in there, then the pump can't freeze. Well, is that what you said, Rich? If there's no water in there, then the pump can't freeze. Is that what you said?
Yeah, if there's no water in the pump, then if it freezes, it's not as irrelevant.
Okay.
Come back in a few minutes.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's nasty. Look, I have on my feet. Okay, so we'll leave it there to dry. Let's go check on the other one. The other one is nice and, well, I'll probably give that a little scrub as well. Right, that's it. Just need to put all these away. I like it looking ready for the winter, and there is a season for everything, and now is the season for a rest for the garden and a rest for me. As I say, I still have to come out, clear all the leaves. That can be done next week, but now at least everything is out of the way and easier to do. See you next week, and don't forget, for those of you who remember, in September I was given a piano. I have been practicing the piano since then, and I will, as promised, play you a tune on the piano for the very last video of this gardening season. So in the meantime, I'm Janette. I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. Take care everyone. Bye.